Kojash the Brave, a Kyrgyz fairy tale. Long ago, nestled among the snow-capped peaks and sweeping valleys of Kyrgyzstan, there lived a poor but clever shepherd named Kojash. With nothing but his old felt cloak, a battered flute, and a flock of thin sheep, he wandered the high pastures, singing songs to the wind and stars. Though his possessions were few, Kojash had something more valuable than gold: his wit, his courage, and a heart full of kindness. His village lay beneath the shadow of a powerful and cruel Khan who ruled a land from a great fortress of black stone. The Khan was feared for his greed. He taxed the villagers until their granaries were empty and their herds were gone. When that wasn't enough, he demanded sacks of gold, the finest horses, and even the firstborn sons of people. None dared speak against him, for his guards were many, and his wrath swift. The villagers lived in fear, their spirits growing dim like stars before dawn. Yet Kojash, with his sharp mind and sharper tongue, refused to be cowed. He often told riddles to the village children and challenged them to think deeply and laugh loudly, even when the world around them seemed bleak. The Khan's challenge. One bitter winter day, the Khan issued a cruel decree. He gathered his court and sent word across the land. Let it be known, if any man can answer my 3 riddles, I shall free this village from my tribute forever. But should he fail, he will lose his head and his family will be cast out. The people trembled. No one dared to accept such a deadly challenge, until Kojash stepped forward, his eyes bright with defiance. Let the Khan prepare his riddles, he said, for I am ready. His family wept. His neighbors begged him not to go. But Kojash only smiled. Better to risk one life in pursuit of freedom, he said, than to let all live forever in chains. The first riddle, bring me the wind in a sack. The Khan reclined on a throne of carved ivory, his eyes cold and mocking. Very well, shepherd, he sneered. Bring me the wind in a sack. Without hesitation, Kojash bowed, took a large goatskin sack, and ran outside. The courtiers laughed, certain he was doomed. But Kojash did not falter. He climbed a hill and held the sack high, spinning it in great circles. The wind howled across the steppe, rustling the grass and lifting dust into spirals. With a flourish, Kojash tied the sack shut and returned to the palace. Here's your wind, mighty Khan, he said, holding out the sack. The Khan opened it, and of course, nothing came out. There's nothing inside, he roared. Kojash shrugged. And what else did you expect, Your Highness? The wind is invisible. You asked me to bring it, so I have. You cannot see it, but you feel it fill the bag. That is the nature of the wind. A ripple of laughter passed through the court. The Khan scowled, but he could not deny the answer. The second riddle, measure the sky from end to end. Very well, the Khan growled. Then measure the sky. I want to know how wide it is, from one edge to the other. Kojash thought a moment, then pulled a long rope from his belt. I am ready, he said, but first, tell me, how tall is the sky? If you would kindly climb to the top and drop me a line, I will measure it properly. The court burst into muffled laughter. No one can climb the sky. Fool, the Khan barked. Kojash raised his eyebrows. Then how can I measure it? Even the royal astrologer, an old man with a silver beard, smiled at the shepherd's cleverness. The Khan's knuckles turned white as he gripped the arms of his throne. The third riddle, make me laugh and cry at the same time. Now the Khan's eyes narrowed. For the final test, he said, you must make me laugh and cry, both at once. Kojash fell silent. The court hushed. This was the cruelest of the 3 riddles, an emotional paradox few could solve. After a long pause, Kojash stepped forward, and without warning, slapped his face. The sound echoed through the hall. Tay sprang to Kojash's eyes from the sting, but then he began to laugh, a wild, hearty laugh that rang off the palace walls. The Khan leapt to his feet. Have you gone mad? Why are you laughing? Kojash wiped a tear from his cheek. Because I did exactly as you asked. I laughed and cried at the same time. And the greatest joke of all is that you, mighty Khan, have been bested by a shepherd with no gold, no sword, and no army. The courtiers gasped. The Khan stared at Kojash. Then, despite himself, let out a single bark of laughter. He realized too late that he had laughed even while furious. The Khan's defeat. a promise made before the court could not be broken. The people watched in awe as the Khan rose from his throne, red with shame. "Very well," he hissed. "Your village is free. But you, shepherd, are banished. Never show your face in my hands again." Kojash bowed low. "As you wish, my Khan. But remember, no tyrant lives forever, and wisdom always finds a way." The villagers wept with joy as they embraced Kojash outside the palace gates. Songs were sung that night by firelight, songs of the shepherd who outwitted the king. Kojash left the village soon after, journeying into the wide world. Some say he became a traveler, others say he served wise Khans in distant lands. But in Kyrgyzstan, the story of Kojash the Brave is still told beneath the stars.